Hi guys, today going to try and sort out my electrics on this piece of ply that I've just carpeted. It's a bit of a right mess behind there. Obviously I've got to put a bit more silver foil and tape it all up, but I'm just going to try and position everything on the panel. So I've put the battery charger in, I've got the electric box in, I've got to change the breaker for a RCD version, and then the switchover is going to be a manual one, which is going to be generator and mains in and output to the main board. So that's going to be off the inverter and the mains hookup. I've also got to put in two of these, one for that and one for that, and I've got to put in one that comes from the mains battery of the van going up to the solar, so I can isolate that at this end as well as the battery end. Okay, so let me crack on and see where I can get to. Happy viewing. So I'm trying to fit the isolators on so I can get two in here and then run the cables. These ones aren't too bad because they're quite small, but the bigger ones, if I position that around about there somewhere, and then the earth bar down here, that should all fit, and it's easy access then from the back of the van to the isolators if I need to switch anything off quickly. Okay, I'll just get these all put in position and we can see where we go from there.
Is it off?
That's on. Yeah, no screws have gone through the back, which is good. So trying to get the position of the live cable, because I've already made it up, so I've got to try and make the switch at the right position. So let's try it on that side there. Okay, so that would be where that one's going. And then the other wire will come off of there and connect up to the battery. Right, so what I've done, I've positioned everything where it needs to be. I just need to take off this now and properly connecting the cables. So it's 16mm cable I'm using on this. So get that one on that side. Then there's a spring washer and a nut. So then put in all the bits of plastic to go with it, just to finish it all off so it looks neat and tidy. Okay, that goes in that bit. That would go in there like like so. And I'll put on the other washer and nut. Okay, so they're done on tight. This part's got grooves in it which will go in here. And clip down inside if I don't break it. Yeah. Try not to break it. That there. Push that down. And then put the back plate on. So that will go in there, like so, and then on the back side of that I can put the nylock nut on. That will tighten down through. Square it up, put the other one in. So it's double skin ply, so I'm taking out the back bit of the ply because the bolts aren't long enough, and then that goes through and it'll hold it securely because there's 4 bolts going in anyway. Welcome back. My battery died earlier, so whilst I was waiting for it to charge up, I thought I'd fit some of the items that needed doing that we talked about earlier. So I've got the isolator here, which is a removable one, and take it off. It's like a key basically, so you take it off, and then unless you physically wangle that with a screwdriver, you can't get it back on. So that's off, that's on. That would then supply power down this cable, which would come from the batteries up here down into the fuse board. The negative is bolted there, goes down to this 4-way earthing strip. This is a 35mm cable coming from the chassis, which is basically, I don't know if you can see it, bolted to that earthing point in there. So it comes around back and into there. That's going to bolt onto one of these here, most probably something like that, and then this is then going to bolt down onto the negative part of the battery. So did the electrics. So this is the 12-volt output, which basically this one down here, the live is going to go through an MCB on the board, and this one basically does that, which is going to have the battery charger plugged into that. Change the RCD, so from the circuit breaker, main circuit breaker, I changed it to an RCD, so that's in. So yeah, that's what I've done while the camera's been off basically. Oh yeah, I've drilled the holes, fed all the cabling through. So we've got fan fuse, lighting, USB,
That's to the, I'm going to put one of these in for the battery monitor. One of these is going to be a 12 volt cigar or cigarette output, fridge, water pump, I think. And what have I've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on there now. And this one, I think, this one's going to be the lighting, I think, for the interior lights. I honestly can't remember until I connect it all up and then bell it all out. Yeah, I just can't remember, but anyway, that's that. So I'm going to have a little hoover up over here now, tidy up, and then I'm going to start fitting some of the cables. I'll show you around the back quick. So as you can see, it's still a mess. This one here is nothing to do with the board, or down here that's something else to do. Yeah, so I'm going to basically hoover all of this out, tidy it all up, put a bit of silver foil in there, tape it all up, get it all sealed, and then I will then carry on with this. And I've got loads of clearing up to do, but aren't we all the same, guys? Okay.